G'day everyone, it's Warren from NQ Explorers. Today I'm out on another World War II relic hunt with George today. Colleen's not with me today. We're going to detect an area that we've both detected in the past. It's been fairly heavily hit. Grass is fairly long, but what we're going to do is go low and slow and see what we turn up with. You can often find little pockets of targets that people have all walked around, so you never know your luck. It's always worth coming back to your old spots. Thanks for watching. We'll be back shortly with the first relic. Well, today George and I are in the higher ground up in the forest here. We're battling the vines and the grass and the undergrowth. I've got a lovely 80 target, and unbelievably it's a 1 cent coin. So there's been some modern activity through here. Obviously not a World War II find. Nevertheless, it's a target. It's the first target of the day actually. Well, I've busted out into the clearing again. It's just too much hard work in the scrub there. A lot of vines, prickly vines, took a bit of damage. But this signal was jumping from 80 to a 40. It was all over the place. The hole's about 9 inches deep. It was a very deep target, but I'm glad I dug it. I've actually got my sensitivity flat out because of the length of the grass. And I've got a beautiful Australia shoulder flash, complete with 2 lugs by the look of it. If you can see that there. Oh, that's a ripper. Yeah, that was probably sitting at some, vertical angle, and so I was getting an 80 target ID in one direction, and then I was dropping back into the 40s in another direction, probably an edge-on system there, but yeah, and it was deep, which is a bit unusual for this area, so there's been a bit of wash come down this slope and buried that over the last 70 years. Very happy with that, what a ripper. It's a high tone target you got here?
No, it's a low conductor. I've been doing low conductor systems.
Oh, okay.
303.
It's a fragment of a 303. Yeah. Still, you'll be rewarded if you keep digging targets in the low tones. Right, I was just about to backfill that hole and check the mullock heap here, and there's a second Australia flash in there. Those two must have been lying together, 9 inches depth. I still had a jumpy target IDs, but I was getting that 80, which made me dig it. But 2 of them together, I'll just check this heap again, make sure there's not a third signal. Right, this target here, I've got a 84, 85. As you can see, I've just pulled the grass back. The grass is about 3 inches long, so you need to have the sensitivity up pretty high to compensate for that. George has got the little coil on his CTX 3030, so he's going to go low and slow in this area too, and we can see what we can pick out of it. Okay, so it's in the middle of that hole. 80s signal. It's a very consistent, repeatable, and compact. Okay, thought that was a piece of lead, but it was a rock. Okay, target's out. It's up in here somewhere. Oh, there we go, look at that. AMF button. Big tunic button in glorious condition. Look at old Australia shining away in the sun there. Shank is square. Maker's name will be visible, it's got the back on it. Ripper. Okay, well there's that button. Glorious condition as you can see. Australia with the crown, Australian Military Forces, Tasmania down the bottom there, shank, and you can probably read that maker's name. I can't, but it'll be there with the button in that condition. It's just glorious. Pretty happy with that. Well, this was a 7980. It was not very far from that button I just dug, and it's a webbing buckle. Glorious signal. And quite a deep target too, 8 to 9 inches. Well, upon rechecking the hole, it was a 2-buckle hole. There was a second target in there. Same target ID as the first one. Okay, I'm going to go live here. We're all going to be embarrassed by what comes out. We've got a solid 83, compact, repeatable. In here, so just in here. So, pull this grass back. I'll get a clear surface and see if it's in pinpointing range first. 83. Okay, so it's in the centre of that scrape. just in range of the pinpointer. Should be out there, I'd say. Okay, it's out. Let's have a look in this mullikeep here. Could be a coin, this one actually. Okay. Oh, and it is, look, it's a penny. Thought it did sound like a penny type of signal. It's got a bit of corrosion there, or is it? No, it's not. It's just a nice patina. Okay, we'll give us a clean, and we'll get a date off it, eh? Well, there she is with a bush clean, a bit of rudimentary. Soil's sticking to it pretty hard there, a bit clayey. I think it's 44. You can probably spot that there. It's definitely a King George VI, so it's a kangaroo. I can see his tail. I think it's 44. Here's a nice find, something Colin usually specialises in, cutlery. It was sticking vertically out of the ground. It was only a 65. Beautiful long prong World War II eating irons. Ripper. Well, George and I just had a bit of morning tea, cold drink and a blueberry muffin. Not really roughing it out here. We've got a car fridge. And I got the 70 signal as I walked away from morning tea. I thought it was going to be a 303 hole. I said that to George, and incredibly, it's a shoulder rising sun. That's a low tone for a rising sun. It's a little collar badge. Lugs are gone, but that's an absolute beauty. I'm happy with that. Good way to start the next session. There's my next target. It was a lovely 83 high tone. It's another penny. Second penny of the day. I mean, this area's been heavily detected. There aren't too many of these easy targets in here, but you ping them now and then. I'm going to have to clean that thing. It's caked with clay, and determine if it's a kangaroo or a Commonwealth and what date and monarch. Okay, back shortly. Well, there she is with the bush clean, kangaroo penny. Probably a 43. Add to my vast collection. I think it is a 43. Okay, on to the next one. Well, this is another nice little hot spot, just along from the penny. I've got a 76 and I've got a silver coin. It's a little threepence. Look at that. That was a beautiful signal. These little silvers, because they're all 925, give a fantastic tone. Okay, I'll clean that and get a date. Righto, there she is shining away in the midday sun. It's a 42 sheaf of wheat Australian 925 silver threepence. Ripper. Here's my next find. It looks like a very unique piece of trench art. I think it's fashioned from a penny. Looks like a giraffe or a horse with a hanging loop. You can see where the diggers cut it. That's just brilliant. I love that. I can't see any traces of the coin. It might just be cut from copper, but it was a 62 signal, so it was quite low because it's fairly thin. There's definitely a piece of trench art representing, I'm not sure what, maybe a kangaroo horse giraffe. Right, I'm just working this long grass near that kangaroo horse giraffe thing I just found, and a nice 60 signal and a piece of cutlery comes to light. I haven't pulled it out yet, it's just the handle. Spoon or fork coming to light here. Oh, tablespoon. Ripper. That'll be hallmarked. Authentic World War II cutlery to go with the fork we got earlier on. Right, I've got a really deep dig going on here. It's about 9 inches down. I'm just in pro pointer range, and it's an 80 target ID. Well, here's the target, and you know what? I almost guessed what this was going to be before it came out. I'll tell you why in a minute. This is where it just came out of. This is the depth of the hole with the pro pointer. Check it out. That's a long way down. I do have my sensitivity on full because it's very quiet ground, and because of the grass I need to get that depth. And here it is. It's an officer's rank pip. Why did I think this was going to be what it is? Because this is the pip patch. The Colin found 4 or 5 of these. But this area of grass is now laid down. It wasn't like this when she was here a few months ago. This one is much the worse for wear than the ones she found. As you can see, it's a bit squashed. There you go. It'll have the order of the bath on there, or whatever the Latin inscription. That's quite nice actually. It's in good nick, other than the squashing. And it's got 2 lugs. So that's an officer's rank pip. Well, I'm working my way around the long grass and a couple of logs here. Big patch of broken bottles sort of down slope, so I thought, well, the boys would be camped up slope of that. Got a lovely 76 and I got my second silver of the day. Look at that beautiful threepence come out of it. That is worn flat nearly. Oh, it's an old shield coat of arms. Sixpence is be a KG5. Oh, beautiful. You may be able to see the date there already. I'll have a quick look at it and confirm what the date is on that coin. That's a ripper, that one. There she is, in 1927. King George V, Australian threepence, sterling silver. That's looks to be quite worn, but still good definition on that coin. Is the king. Well, this is another deep dig. It was about 12 inches. It was an 88, 89. Popped over to 90 now and then, and it's an old World War II Yale padlock of someone's effects locker probably, or trunk. Righto, I think this is going to be a good recovery. I've got a nice 85 here. Haven't disturbed anything. Clean high tone. Bit of grass in there, but like I said earlier on, I've got that sensitivity on flat out, so as you can see how much grass I'm dealing with here. I've only just got into the soil now. 85. Like the sound of that. It's kind of a second topsoil layer where the relics are here. They're relatively deep for this area, so I'm thinking, 70 years of wet season runoff brought down more soil, and hence the depth. Okay, clean recovery up in the mullock there. Nice high tone, it's beautiful. Let's have a look with the pro pointer. Okay, it's in my hand. I can see it's a coin. Oh, it's a shilling. You don't get many shillings up here. I think it's a ram's head shilling. Yes, it is a ram's head shilling. Oh, this is fantastic. 925 silver. I don't think I've found a shilling in this area. They're not so common, only because shillings weren't minted in the quantities of the other silver coins. I'll give that a clean and we'll get a date. Okay, there it is. It's a beautiful merino ram shilling. You don't see me dig many of these, like I just said. They're not. The mintage wasn't high. Old subtitle of mintage, actually. I think it's a 43. That's sterling silver. So that's 12 pence. 1 shilling, half a florin. Geez, I'm happy with that. Was a solid 85, as you saw from the top. Live dig. Went well for once. Ripper.